Listen anywhere, 24/7. iPower 98.9.
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed. To me, this is something that has to change. And when there's significant change, and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent, and this country is representing people the way that it's supposed to, I'll stand. There's people being murdered unjustly and not being held accountable. Cops are getting paid leave for killing people. That's not right. That's not right by anyone's standards.
Everybody, I'm Mickey Montes at the iPower Studios. I hope everybody's well and good. We're here tonight to address a controversial topic that's going on around the country, around the world. It's being heard everywhere, and it's about the NFL superstar Colin Kaepernick. Now, there's been major talks about it, opinions. There's been just ruffling of feathers that I can understand, and there's one side and then there's the other side, and this August 23rd we'll be at the NFL headquarters on 345 Park Ave in New York City, which there'll be some protesting, there'll be some supporters, there'll be some haters, of course, just standing up against or with Colin on his actions. Now, part of his actions include taking a knee during the national anthem, which obviously kicks off the great event of NFL football. Now, Colin, I mean, he's acting up on his emotions, on his heart. Now, who knows what the guy has gone through? Who knows what his intentions? Maybe the guy has something to say. I really honestly haven't been following him and what he has to say, but I have been hearing people talk about it and expressing themselves. So, I mean, in reality, we all have our experiences, right? We all have our things we go through, and those experiences determine the actions and decisions that we make. Colin decided not to, take a knee during the national anthem. I'm not taking sides. I'm saying every man or woman has a right to do what their heart tells them to do. Now, maybe Colin hasn't had a background in maybe knowing what it's like, or knowing someone that's been in the military, that served this country. With all due respect, Colin, maybe you should have done that in behind closed doors and not in front of thousands. Now, doing it in front of, in front of cameras is going to, cause this controversial thing where now I guess NFL owners aren't really giving him a job based on his talent, but based on his actions. Now, with this whole bright and dark times that the U.S. is going through, I mean, we can point fingers, we can blame it on political figures that are out there just sparking and bringing out the subconscious of individuals and showing their true colors. It's going on all over the country, and there's been plenty of NFL players out there that have done wrong, that have still gotten a chance, and now I just think that with the whole political view, the new president out there just really making it okay and giving the green light to people out there to say it's okay to hate, it's okay to see someone stand up and do something that's right for them, not necessarily it's right for others. It doesn't mean that you knock someone down or whatever, but nonetheless, I mean, the very least, I mean, no one can ever walk in anybody else's shoes, but the very least, maybe try to understand. I know it's an emotional thing. We're going to be finding out a lot of insights and feedback on people out in New York. It's going to be very interesting. Looking forward to it. It's a very serious thing, people, that is going on. Everybody's got their own choices, their own, unique journey on this life, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to hear firsthand and give that opportunity to people out there to say, okay, what's your view on this? What's your opinion on this? Of course, we're going to hear negatives and positives on it, but that's what iPower and myself are going to be down in New York reporting. As we always like to be involved in any community event. As you already know, Mickey Montes out there with DeMarco White, just getting out to the people and reaching out, knowing that everyone deserves a chance to speak their voice, and it's going to be crazy. Looking forward to it. As always, thank you for the support. Lots going on. Peace, blessings is what this world deserves. Darkness will never drive out darkness, and only light can do that. And I pray and hope that God blesses America in the best way to let the people see the light and true love that lives within everybody, and not let the negative out the outside affect internally who we truly are, and go for our dreams and never give up and stay positive in life. No matter what you see in the media, no matter what negativity is instilled in our minds, know that a flower that's growing out of the ground will always be a flower. A human with a heart will always be a human, no matter how you look at that person. Black, white, Puerto Rican. I mean, you walk down the streets these days and you just feel the energy coming out of people's hearts, and we got to do our part, people. We got to step out, unite, instead of divide, because that's what they want to do. They want us to divide and not come together and be powerful. You know what I mean? Standing up for our rights is what we should do, but lead it with love. Don't let that outside affect the inside, because expanding, and as we grow and as we mature, the knowledge is out there, and we're responsible for what we take in. Taking in is a big responsibility. What we read is a big responsibility. This whole Colin thing has risen, man. This whole importance, it's on a whole nother level, man. And for one human not to really live out his passion because of an action, I understand that some owners may look at that as a negative thing, but I mean, in fact, everyone does wrong. I'm sure they're not angels themselves, and this guy Colin, he did it out in public, and it takes a lot of courage to do something like that. It takes a lot of courage, and I'm not seeing much support from what I've seen. But I mean, Muhammad Ali back in the day had a lot of supporters. I think a lot of people are afraid to stand up and say, okay, maybe he does need a supporter. Maybe he does have a ultimate right to, go not against it, but just do it for his own beliefs. A lot of people. I'm not feeling that a lot of people are having an open enough mind to say, okay, Colin, okay, so-and-so, we accept you because you feel a certain way. You had a bad experience in life. Maybe those, the KKK that's going around in all these states, maybe they had a bad experiences with a minority that instilled that, hate that they can't get out of. But being closer to our soul, improving ourselves, uniting with God in our lives, praying, that's something that I think a lot of people are lacking these days, because they're just going by what they see on the media. They're letting that feed into their minds, and that's gonna create this just build up and just get nasty up in here. So just keep moving, people, keep moving. Breathe, man, breathe with intention, act with intention, and never stop believing in yourself, because this is what it's all about, believing in yourself, that we can come together as Latinos. I mean, I walk down the street as a Latino with a tie on, and I get looks. I mean, I speak Spanish, my lips sometimes move, and hablo español, pero that's like, people look at me funny and say, whoa, like this guy's trying to be, who he is, which, I mean, this is my passion. I love bringing people together with positivity and creativity, and that's just not a wall of fire is going to stop that. I have to admit, we have to live in a world, we have to live with it, we have to cope with it, we have to heal, we have to move forward, and communicating is the number one thing that we must do. And we will be at the NFL headquarters August 23rd. If anybody wants to meet us down there, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of football players, going to be a lot of celebrities out there with voices, a lot of people. Hopefully we're going to make some new friends. DeMarco and I are always going to New York, and I'm trying to just connect. And that's what we are here to do at iPower, is to continue connecting to people out there that have that vision, that have that voice. And let the ability be your motivation, because there is a lot of people out there that wish they can do things that we take for granted. There's a lot of people out there that believe in us, and we don't even believe in ourselves. So with that being said, stay true to you, stay true to your heart, bring it all together, mind, body, soul. iPower Studios, buddy. We back.
¡Mujeres, hagan sonido! Así me gusta, porque las mujeres mandan, ¿verdad? Las mujeres mandan. Ahora yo quiero saber si aquí hay hombres. ¿Dónde están los hombres? ¡Hagan sonido! ¿Cómo van a hacer? Que los hombres están aquí también.
Están apagados, están apagados.
No, ellos no están apagados. Ellos saben ya lo que hay. Okay.
You're watching iPower 2. Connect with us on social media. Connect on Facebook. Connect with iPower One Nation. Stay connected with iPower One.
Police shot and killed 5 suspected terrorists in the resort town of Cambril. The suspects were wearing suicide vests and had run over civilians with a car. All that just hours after the terror in Barcelona. Armed police led tourists back to their hotels as the van used as a weapon of mass terror was removed from the scene, and visitors wondered if they too should leave Barcelona.
We don't know if we should leave the area or stay here, whether tomorrow we're going to be safe, everything going to be back to normal, or we just have to go back home.
Terror struck as the van smashed through a crowd on one of Barcelona's main thoroughfares. The carnage was stunning, dead and injured lying in the street.
Es súper fuerte, tío. Con niños y todo, tío. Madres y niños pequeños muertos en medio de las ramblas.
I counted 6 or 8 bodies within a block and a half. I saw a policeman with a child in her arms running up the street.
Tourists, including many families with children, hid in cafes or ran for cover.
Yeah, but somebody was screaming, and then everybody started to run because they're screaming from behind, and everybody just ran forward. And then I'm pretty sure there's a lot of old people. They must have trampled them as they went past.
Witnesses said the van drove through 7 city blocks before coming to a halt, and the driver ran away. Investigators released this photo of the man who rented the van. Police went door to door searching for the driver, in the process arresting 2 men, a Spanish national and a Moroccan. They're also searching a house 60 miles from Barcelona. Police say an explosion here killed a person hours before the vehicle attack. They are linking the incidents but releasing few details. The terror group ISIS claimed responsibility for the van attack. This method difficult to detect or prevent.
Unless you have the intelligence in advance, it's very, very difficult to protect against it. You can't put barriers up everywhere, and especially in a place like Spain, they weren't expecting this.
Again, just hours after the van terror, police killed 5 suspected terrorists in Cambril. That is a resort town about 60 miles southwest of Barcelona. There are police checkpoints outside Barcelona, and most public events tomorrow have been canceled.
Every move, every drill, every basket, Jaquan cherishes every moment.
Basketball is my life.
The hardwood has been a haven for the 12-year-old.
I love it. I wake up in the morning, just think about basketball, go outside, shoot some hoops, and gather my friends.
He currently lives in the Saratoga Family Inn shelter in Jamaica, Queens. But this summer, he and his 5 neighbors got a chance to attend a Knicks Youth summer camp, thanks to the Garden of Dreams Foundation.
It was a good experience because they kind of teach you more and try to boost on my game.
Strapped with brand new Under Armour shoes, each went through various drills to learn how to become a well-rounded player.
I learned dribble moves, I learned to jump stop, use my pivot, pump fake. I learned how to attack the basket more.
Most importantly, they've learned to be a good teammate on the court and in the community.
Be a positive player and to continue what I've been doing, work hard. It inspires me to do more in my life and it helps me stay out of trouble.
Tyrese also temporarily lives in the shelter with his mom and sister and is laser focused on enhancing his skills for one reason.
Sports will help me because it'll help me get money to help my family and everything.
As of June, there were more than 22,000 homeless children in New York City shelters. The hope is activities like this will help them feel a sense of normalcy.
It's important that kids feel special, whether it's basketball or it's science or art. Whatever it is that sparks interest in them, we try to work with different partners in the community to then encourage the kids to follow their dreams.
And for both of these boys, this camp gave them a head start in pursuing their passion.
I became a really better person and a really better basketball player.
El 28 de octubre del 2012, New York City y New Jersey fueron devastados por el huracán Sandy, pero para algunas personas, el día anterior fue un día como cualquier otro, un día como hoy. Prepárese para mañana.
Connect on social media. Connect on Facebook and Twitter. Connect with iPower One Nation. Stay connected with iPower One.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Ha pasado día y he notado algo raro en ti. No sé por qué, pero Tatone, ¿verdad? Tremendo, tengo que decirte.
Lo que Dios te ha hecho para que te sientas así. 2 años compartimos. No puedo creer que esto me pasa a mí. Yo te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede ser nada aquí. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede ser nada aquí.
¿Cuáles son mis
Y ya te he cambiado la cara. Ya te he cambiado de la cama y ya no se puede hacer nada aquí. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede. Stay in Warwick, see Rhode Island.
I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to.
I'm B. Smith, and I suffer from Alzheimer's disease. Brain disease affects millions. Unfortunately, minorities are underrepresented in research, so we may not be getting the best possible care. The Brain Health Registry collects vital information online for free. So please tell your story. I'm telling mine. Help find cures faster by visiting brainhealthregistry.org.
No matter where, at home, work, or on the go, whether in New York, tri-state area, or iPower One Nation, iPower 2 is streaming online.
Mickey Montes of iPower 2. A reminder, Raeggetoneros Tremendo will be in New Hampshire this Saturday. Yours truly will have a live interview with Tremendo and Tatone. Plus, a live performance coming up by the two reggaetoneros from Puerto Rico. I've interviewed this young talented artist on numerous occasions. He's the only artist from Lawrence, Massachusetts that's been on iPower more than any other artist coming from Massachusetts. Tremendo and Tatone was recently at a local Latin award show in Revere, Massachusetts. Without no further ado, here's Tremendo and Tatone at the live event.
Ni latino hagan sonido, no los oigo. Están aquí en la casa, gracias a Dios. Mi nombre es Tato. Que yo te he hecho, para que te sientas así. Ahora no sé por qué. Tantos años compartimos. No puedo creer que esto me pasa. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede hacer nada aquí. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede hacer nada aquí. ¿Cuáles son mis faltas? Ya no me dice que me ama. Te acuestas sola en la esquina de la cama y yo lo pongo el talón. Dale Tremendo, cántale. Con sus sentimientos. Y tú miras, me curesa a mí mi rostro. Y tú me miras como si fuera yo un monstruo. Solo quisiera que me diga la verdad para poder confrontar la realidad. Que ya no es no me dice que a ti no te pasa nada. Yo en el de algo de comenzar. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede hacer nada aquí. Ya te he cambiado la cara y tú te me fuiste de la cama y ya no se puede hacer nada aquí. Esto no vale la pena, esto no sirve. Si no te tengo me siento triste. Esto es lo malo, una buena cosa se muere. Que uno pierde persona que más quiere y duele. Si no te tengo junto a mí sí duele. Que conmigo no te feliz sí duele. Si no te tengo junto a mí sí duele. Que conmigo no te feliz tú. Tato, Tremendo, Ale, las decisiones son tuyas. No, Calypso. Puerto Rico en la casa. ¡Cuidado! ¡Vamos arriba!
Y tú te fuiste de la cama.
Y ahí la dejamos. Yo voy a ti, oíste. Este es el futuro, créeme. Este es el duro. Gracias, mi gente.
Hola, mi gente, le habla el Nene Tremendo y Tatón, ya tú sabes, mi gente. Me siento súper contento de estar aquí ahora mismo en los premios Latin Boston. Fue una canción que cantamos ahí que ya no se puede. Fue una canción que lo ayudó a nosotros a llegar más allá. La gente le gustaron, lo disfrutaron y le doy gracias a Dios que estoy ahora mismo reconciliado con mi hermano que vino a la música otra vez. Ahora vinimos más fuerte, más, ¿cómo te digo? Con más ánimo, con más energía para todo el público, nosotros, los fanáticos, a los fans que los quiero mucho y que Dios me lo bendiga, en verdad, porque sin ustedes no estuviéramos aquí. A Dominic Marte por creer en el talento de nosotros, a Alexander Marte por siempre estar ahí con nosotros, que es el manager de nosotros, lo quiero, lo adoro, a Evie, que es una de las publicists de nosotros, al equipo completo, el equipo completo de DVR, que me siento súper contento y agradecido de estar aquí con todos ustedes y hablando con ustedes. Gracias, mi gente, que Dios lo bendiga. De parte de Tatone Tremendo, fue en buen tiempo. Este es el regreso, aquí estamos. Saludo a todos Direct Balance Recordings, a la familia mía, a mi madre Sonia Rodríguez, a mi padre Juan Rivera, mi hermanito Ove, y bueno, cada una de las familias allá en Puerto Rico también, en Luquillo, Puerto Rico, en Fajardo, y nosotros estamos aquí, y entonces estamos haciendo el álbum ahora y estamos más fuertes, más que nunca. Ahora estamos más impactantes y la energía, como dijo mi hermano, está ahí. Oye, somos leyendas, para que lo sepa, Tatone y Tremendo, coming soon. No se lo pierdan, los quiero mucho. iPower. Dios lo bendiga.
Well, there you have it. Tremendo and Tatone making big moves, ladies and gentlemen. But they're not stopping there. Recently on 98.9, New Yorkers heard Tremendo's music on the iPower Evening Show, and let me tell you something, Puerto Ricanos were feeling his music on iPower in the NYC. That's what's up. I don't know about y'all, but I believe that this was the right decision to have on iPower online radio and TV, now in the tri-state. I can't wait to be back on the team with Tremendo and Tatone as a personal reporter on iPower 2. We leave it right there. Check me out on this moment and subscribe on our YouTube channel, keyword iPower One Nation. Peace.
iPower 98.9 is now New York City. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel, keyword iPower One Nation. Listen to our shows weeknights now in the tri-state area. Take us anywhere. Listen online or on app. Listen on your Android phone, iPhone, or iPad. Listen now in the NYC. Go to iPower1FM.com for 98.9.